Okay, we're going to look at a lesson today called the Converse of Pythagoras. Okay, so it's a spin on some of the work that we've done already with Pythagoras. Now we know that Pythagoras is the theorem that when you've got a right angled triangle and the side that faces that right angled triangle, that's the hypotenuse. So we would say there that the hypotenuse is the one that's marked as A, that's the longest side, and it's the one that faces the right angle. Well, we know that Pythagoras tells us that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides of the triangle. And it always works with right angled triangles. The square of the hypotenuse, that's A squared will be equal to that side squared plus that side squared. A squared equals b squared plus c squared, and we know that that's called Pythagoras theorem. Now we're going to look at something called the converse of Pythagoras. Now the converse of Pythagoras is that we're given information about a triangle. So we're given information about the length here, and the length here. And using that information, we need to prove whether the triangle is going to be right angled or not. So it's a kind of working backwards type question. So rather than being given two sides and work out the third side because we know it's a right angled triangle, instead we're going to be given the three sides and we need to determine whether or not it is a right angled triangle or not. So let's press ahead and try an example of this. Let's try an example 1. Okay, so the question just quite simply is this triangle right angled? Okay, now what I added in there, but I'm just going to delete it, is that right angle square, because we don't know whether it's a right angle triangle or not. That's what we're going to determine with the information given in the question. Okay, so it should be a right angle triangle if the square of the hypotenuse, which we can see would be 50, is equal to 30 squared plus 40 squared. Okay, so 50 squared, well, that's 2,500. 30 squared is 900. And 40 squared is 1,600. So now we've got 2,500 equals 2,500. Now, because Pythagoras worked, what we can say is that it is definitely a right angle triangle, because Pythagoras will always work and only work when you're dealing with a right angle triangle. So what we'd say there is, by the converse of Pythagoras, so this is the exact language we'd use, by the converse of Pythagoras, since 50 squared equals 30 squared plus 40 squared, then the triangle is right angled. Now that's because we've worked out that those are the same. So Pythagoras worked. Now if it worked because it is definitely a right angled triangle. Okay, let's try another one, example 2. Okay, example 2. And this time we've got 2.5, we've got 6, and we've got 6.5. So it appears that the hypotenuse is in place at 6.5 if it is a right angle triangle. Okay, so 6.5 squared equals 2.5 squared plus 6 squared. Okay, now on balance, just about, we could probably use a calculator for this one. So if we use a calculator, we'll get 42.25 is equal to 6.25 plus 36. Okay, and 42.25 is equal to, add them two together, you get 42.25 again. So it's that statement again. So by the converse of Pythagoras, well, is it right angled or not? Yeah, well, Pythagoras worked to get 42.25 twice there. So by the converse of Pythagoras, 6.5 squared equals 2.5 squared plus 6 squared. Then the triangle is right angled. Okay, let's try another example 3. Okay, example 3. Question again is the triangle right angled? Okay, so the sides are 27, 36 and 45. Okay, so it would be then 45 squared equals 27 squared plus 36 squared. And if this works, it will be a right angle triangle. Okay, so we could put that into the calculator. That will be 2025 equals 729 plus 1296. Add them up, they equal. Yep, that will give me 2025. So, by the converse of Pythagoras, the triangle is right angled since 45 squared equals 27 squared plus 36 squared. Final answer. Okay, let's try an example 4. Okay, this time we've got 5, 7 and 10. So 10 squared equals 7 squared plus 5 squared. 100 equals 49 plus 25. Oh, 49 plus 25, that only gives me 74. So that is not a true statement. So I can't say that 100 equals 74, so I'm going to put a line through it, and that denotes not equal. Now, if that's not equal, then that's not equal there, and that is not equal there. So this time, because Pythagoras did not work, I definitely do not have a right angle triangle. So by the converse of Pythagoras, the triangle, this is crucial at this point, the triangle is not right angled. Since 10 squared does not equal 7 squared plus 5 squared. Final answer. Okay, and an example 5. Okay, so this time I've got 3.2, I've got 3.7 here and 5.1. Okay, so 5.1 squared, is that equal to 3.7 squared plus 3.2 squared? Well, let's have a go, put that in the calculator, 5.1 squared. Okay, so that's 26.01 and 3.7 squared, and that's 13.69, and then 3.2 squared is 10.24. Okay, so let's add them both together then. 13.69 plus 10.24. Okay, and that will give me 23.93. So again, we can see that that doesn't make any sense. That's not a true statement. So that's not equal, which means that's not equal and that's not equal. And by the converse of Pythagoras, since 5.1 squared does not equal 3.7 squared plus 3.2 squared, the triangle is not right angled. Final answer. Okay, let's try one final one on example 6. Okay, so this side is 4.5, this side is 6, and this side is 7.5. Okay, so 7.5 squared equals 4.5 squared plus 6 squared. And is that true? Well, put that into the calculator and I'll get 56.25, and that will be 20.25 plus 36. And 56.25 is equal to 56.25, that's true. So that means that it's a right angled triangle because Pythagoras worked. So how I word that is as follows: by the converse of Pythagoras, the triangle is right angled since 7.5 squared equals 4.5 squared plus 6 squared. Final answer.